All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today we are digging into the playbook of one of America's biggest grocers, Kroger, to see what their latest results really mean for your next shopping trip. So, Kroger just dropped some numbers that, frankly, turned a lot of heads. They had a great quarter. So what we're going to do is peel back the layers and really look at the strategy here. What's actually going on behind those checkout counters? Okay, so first things first, let's get right to the headline news. Kroger's sales growth? Yeah, it was way stronger than anyone was expecting. And that kind of points to some pretty big shifts happening inside their business. But, to really get what's going on here, we have to talk about this key metric that all the pros use. It's called identical sales. Now think of it like this. It's basically a health check for a retailer. It ignores all the noise from, say, new stores opening or old ones closing, and it just tells you one thing. Is the core business, the stores that have been around, actually growing? It's a super important number. And get this, Kroger's identical sales shot up by a really solid 3.4%. I mean, not only did that blow past what everyone was expecting, but it's also their sixth quarter in a row of improvement. That's not a fluke, right? That's real sustained momentum. And hey, just to put that into perspective for you, that 3.4%, that's nearly triple the growth rate they had this time last year. So things are really accelerating. Which brings up the big question, right? How in the world did they pull this off? Well, the answer, it seems, lies in a really clear, super focused strategy. They're basically simplifying the entire business to pour all of their energy into just one thing, making things better for you, the customer. And this whole strategy, it kind of plays out in two different arenas. First, there's what you actually see when you walk into the store. Lower prices on thousands of items, promotions that are actually easy to understand, and yeah, they're even bringing back paper coupons. But to pay for all that, they're making some tough calls behind the scenes. We're talking about closing stores that aren't making money and trimming down the corporate staff. It's that classic balancing act in retail, right? You make the business leaner so you can make the prices better. And you don't have to take my word for it. You can hear this focus coming straight from the top. The CEO, Rodney McMullen, basically said their whole goal is to just cut out the complexity and focus only on the stuff that creates real value for shoppers. It's that classic idea of doing less, but doing it way, way better. Okay, so where does all this lead? Let's talk about how this strategy is really building towards the future. Because what's coming next? Well, it's all about speed, it's about tech, and it's about using their thousands of stores in a way that's totally new. And a massive piece of that future, you guessed it, e-commerce. I mean, online sales are just exploding. We're talking a 16% jump in growth just this quarter. It's pretty clear that the way we all buy our groceries is changing, and it's changing fast. But here's the really interesting part. It's not just that more people are shopping online, it's how they're doing it. A few years back, it was all about pickup, right? Driving to the store and having them load your car. Well, for the first time ever at Kroger, delivery sales have actually overtaken pickup sales. And the next big thing? Rapid delivery. This is the new focus. They're starting to use their giant network of almost 2,700 stores as these little mini hubs to get your groceries to your door in like under 2 hours. That's a game changer. And this rapid delivery thing, it's all part of a much bigger plan to build what they're calling the store of the future. So they're not just leaning into delivery, they're also going to start opening new stores faster and this is key, they're using AI, artificial intelligence, to make the entire operation smarter. We're talking everything from setting prices to making that delivery process even quicker. Okay, so after all this talk about corporate strategy and identical sales, what does any of this actually mean for you? For your wallet, for your next trip to the store? All right, so here's what this all boils down to for your next grocery run. First, you should expect to see more competitive prices as they really focus on value. Second, get ready for faster, way more convenient online delivery. Third, that local store you drive by every day, it's basically turning into a mini warehouse for all these online orders. And finally, get ready for more personalized deals. That AI we talked about, it's going to be using data to try and figure out exactly what you want when you want it. And all of this kind of leads to one last big thought. As AI gets smarter and this whole rapid delivery thing becomes the norm, is the very idea of a neighborhood grocery store changing forever right in front of us? I mean, what's it even going to look like in 5 years? It's something to think about.